last December.
Hello YouTube, it's Damien. It's episode 19 of the Bottom of Xmas Challenge. Now, just the Leeds United save. We have got a doubleheader against Hertha Berlin in the Europa League Group Stage C. We obviously started pretty well in the group. We won our first game, and I will recap that Astana game, which we did win comfortably as well. As you can see, Astana have already got a -7 goal difference and have one goal, and that was against me, so a bit annoying. But also more importantly, Berlin have won 4-0, but then beat Sporting at home 3-1, which means that a win for us today would put us in a very commanding spot. It would also mean a loss today would make things very interesting because Sporting would probably be Astana. We are away in Germany, and a draw wouldn't be a bad result either. And with our form being a bit indifferent of late, a draw I would happily take right now on the cards. Since we last met, of course, though, we have a few fixtures to run through. Obviously, the Sporting game, we beat Brighton 2-1. After the Sporting game, we thought we may have turned a corner in terms of our form, us finding a bit more goal-scoring threat, a bit more defensively solid. This Brighton game didn't fill me with a lot of confidence in that. I went and played a couple of, went to driving range, not a couple of rounds of golf, went to driving range, and I have still probably about an hour or so free time, so here I am filming this episode. So we're not currently live, but I do recommend, links down below, come follow us live on Twitch. We have got the main save starting within the next week. I may run the lead save past the date of, of the full game coming out, just so we can finish the season, and then I'll explain at the end of the season what we may do with the lead save after that. But here against Brighton weren't 100% great. Rodrigo started finding goals, which was really nice as well. And then obviously we had Harry Wilson score after they equalised, and we had a couple of chances to really put this game to bed. Not bad goal expected ratio in the game, but we never really did, and that was that. Against Astana, we did semi-rotate here at home. I say semi-rotate. We didn't really. We brought a few people off the bench, which, Greenwood, Gomez, Pascal came in. But apart from that, Harriet and Joe's been struggling for form, but good to see the youngster finally get a good game under Leeds' belt. I'm very comfortable in this game. Should have probably made it 5 or 6. And, Astana aren't really on our level. And look, in a tough group, you take 2 wins from 2. Straight off the bat, Morales started scoring goals, Rodrigo did too, but both the wrong way around. I didn't realise I was playing complete forward and advanced forward the wrong way around, but it did work here again. Rodrigo found some form, and then as soon as we switched Morales at halftime back into his advanced forward role, he scored as well, so this was nice to see. And this was the game that excited me. I was like, here we go, we've got the full strength side out there, and they played superb. We limited Wolves to not much. We had an expected goal ratio of 2 and we scored 5. All of a sudden, the clinical Leeds came out. We went out there like we did against Villa, like we did, the back end of last season, Southampton, and what we did against Chelsea and, of course, well, maybe not Everton. We created a lot against Everton. We were defensively really good that day. But, the clinical Leeds, we came out, we dominated, we pressed, we had the ball. When we had it, we moved it very quickly and very well. And that's what we want to see kind of here today against Berlin as well. We want to see us go out there, put in a good performance, keep it close, keep it competitive. If we get our chances, finish them. If we don't get our chances, then let it be and see what needs to be done. I am actually going to move Rodrigo Morales the other way around. Now, they don't really have the best partnership like that, but obviously if you've seen the goals come flying in of late, I reckon, you know what, no, we're going to leave it like that. And hopefully they will learn to get a very good partnership this way around. The moment we switched Rodrigo into an advanced forward role, he started banging him in. Morales, obviously, after a good start of the season, has now started to find a few more goals as well. But the thing I'm excited more is Gabriel Menino. I cannot recommend him enough. He is playing out of his skin so far this season, and one of the best fullbacks I've ever seen. Elias is playing quite well, and the rest of the team self-explanatory. I've moved Jerome into a bit more ball playing to try and get him on the ball a bit better. Working on his passing as well. Koch, Messler, Tonali, Phillips, Rafinha, Wilson, Rodrigo Morales, Lookman on the bench, Sergio Gomez, Greenwood, Joe, Harriet, Pascal, and Luke Ayling. If you're Ovando, you're going, I'm pretty harsh, I missed out. And his stats are really good. He is growing really well. He's playing quite well for the 23s as well. So hopefully we give him some more minutes. And the boys are really happy with how they're going. Morales doesn't suit his free kicks. I don't really care about that. But the team looks pretty nice. And as long as we go out there and play our best, I think we can still do a job in Germany. If we win this game here, I am very much happy to say that we'll probably win in England and be through the group, and that would be nice. This Hertha Berlin side, though, and they always have a good side on FM, and they always spend money so smartly, have a really, really, really good team. You look at the front two. Rafael Leo has done me trouble in the past. Last year with Mess at AC Milan, he scored goals against me plenty of times. Edouard is one of the best young strikers to pick up. Udley in the middle there as well. Stark's pretty decent defender. It's a pretty good team. Tossa is, for an elder centre mid, really good and surprising not starting. But yeah, it's a very, 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 very good Berlin side. Not the best team talk from us, but we'll go out there. Matthias Kachun, I didn't even see. He's there too. He's a great little player as well. We have to deal with as much as we can here today and then limit them as much as possible. I'm also going to start man-marking Edouard from minute one. Going to be here away in our black and green kit over here against Berlin's white. I'm optimistic, knowing that if we play our best, we'll win, but also know that we haven't had the best of years. It'd be interesting to see how things go. Anyway, an early goal for Leeds would be great. Conceding early would not be sensational anyway. But Gabriel, good touch, and finds Rafinha, who finds Rodrigo down this side. And Rodrigo's been really good in this advanced forward role since we flipped him. Falls to Elias, a little bit lucky. His ball in has taken a massive deflection of Z Fulk and has gone in. Eliza did not mean it. He put it in towards the 6-yard box. And sometimes you get your slice of luck when you do the right thing. It fell to him. He knew he had to drive it in nice and low in towards the 6-yard box because that's where Morales is. And instead of, dilly-dallying and us not being as clinical as we have been, Eliza does the right thing. We get a little bit lucky. I do not care. 5 minutes in, 1-0 to the good. I don't care how they come. Mate, we would take 3 of them. I'll take a nice cross into the back stick that goes in. I do not care. Anyway, Rodrigo on the ball. Eliza again, good ball in. I think Morales tried to actually knock it down to Tonali instead of shoot, which is just silly. And now they're on the break here. Rafael Leo is very good, but Jerome does well, and not just well, finds Morales, who makes a good run, finds Rodrigo. Rodrigo, it's 2. And on the break we go. Rafinha's ball to Rodrigo, sensational. And we're 2-0 up inside 11 minutes. And this is better. This is what we want, boys. Away we go. A slight change, as my phone rings, I'll call whoever that is back in a second. Slight change to the team, and I'm really, really, really happy with that. 11 minutes played, we are 2-0 to the good, and look, sensational start. Berlin haven't really looked like doing too much just of yet, and we are 2-0 to the good, and Messler's on the ball, and we're good at building out. And when Messler keeps it short, I'm really happy. Anyway, Koch finds Wilson. Good ball out there from Koch. And Wilson looks for Rodrigo. What a run. What a moment. He's hit the post. That could have been, not the sealer, but it could have put us in a position where I don't think we lose too many games from. In the end, though, 30 minutes played. Another highlight, Jerome into Menino. And it's really been one way with us dominating. You look for Morales, though, Tonali. Didn't find him. I think that one there's on. At the start of the year, we were playing a lot of aimless. That's a ball and a half. Mateus won't miss that. Messler, what a save. I was saying, at the start of the year, we were playing a lot of aimless long balls. Balls that were never going to work. That from Tonali, if he hits the spot, will find Morales, who made a run for it. The start of the year, after Everton, it was a lot of Tonali or Phillips getting the ball, or Koch or whatever, and they would just aimlessly punt it to their centre-backs for no reason. So, it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, Holland not over, and it's a free kick in a dangerous area here for Adley. And hopefully, it's a poor ball win, which it's not. But Jerome is so solid in the air. It's what we bought him for. He's a bit of a bigger boy. He demands a bit more in the air. And hopefully, can continue in the same vein of form that he started the season in. Apart from a couple of performances, he's been really good. And ball playing seems to work a little bit better for him too, even though he's not the best on the ball. 40 minutes played, still 2-0 to the good. And as long as it stays like this, I'm very happy with how this half has gone. And that is a great half, and we're 45 minutes away from doing a job here in Germany and getting in with all 3 points. We'll start the second half, and away we go. And as you can see, Morales having a good game at a 7, and Rodrigo having a 7.3. It's a bit better than what we were getting. But Berlin came back into that late doors in that first half, and a goal right now for them would make things very interesting as Zeefu's ball in's cleared away, and Tonali's got options in front of him, and he finds Rafinha, who's quick, and he looks for Rodrigo straight away. Harry Wilson's with him, so is Morales. It's a good ball. Morales is in. Thanks for coming. It is free. It is all she wrote. Well, maybe not all she wrote, 53 minutes played, but it's going to take a monumentous comeback from Berlin. I'm going to put that on mute. Monumentous comeback from Berlin to make get anything out of this game. Anyway, as you can see, Rodrigo gets into the space. Morales makes a good run. And maybe this is just what we needed to do. Just change the roles for a month or so and get them really playing well together. As things stand, though, 3-0 to the good, and the only person really out there not really impacting this game is Harry Wilson. We might get him off. Anyway, Stark on the ball, finds Ziegfeld, both on bookings as well. And in the end, that's poor from Ziegfeld. He's having a shocker out there. Wilson on it, still going. Ball through Morales, thanks for coming, that's 4. And Harry Wilson, like I said, wasn't impacting, just slots it into Morales' feet, and Morales will not miss that one there. And I'm happy with that. We're 4-0 to the good here in Germany. If a team being out of form, it's nice to see us go out there and just show that we still have the quality. In the end, good run from Morales, made a diagonal run, went one way, came back the other, and he will not miss that, and that's 4-0. And I'm really, really, really happy with that. And the boys look really good out there. Feel like Harry Wilson's going to come off. Joe's been playing quite well at the moment, and this is not a bad game to get Harried in. Just learning this midfielder role for Tonali as well. He's not had his best a game, but it is what it is. And there we go. And who knows? Berlin may get one back now. Stark heads. It's actually cleared off the line by Eliza. Not just cleared, he's actually found Morales. If we break here, this will sum up the day for Berlin. In the end, nothing happened. Throw in though in our half. And Eliza finds Harriet, who is really good on the ball. I've enjoyed watching him play. It just hasn't influenced the game. You know, he gets on the ball and does everything right. Just no big return. And saying that though, here we go, driving at men. Which is what we want to see, but didn't find anything. The ball in, Rodrigo's there, that's 5. Eliza in the right spot at the right time, and it's good to see the front 2 scoring. They're back, boys, they're back, and hopefully back for the rest of the year. None of this first month blip of not finding goals. But yeah, and anyway, Harriet does the right thing, or Harriet does the right thing. Ziegfeld with a very good challenge for a guy not having a good game, but that's a ball and a half, and Rodrigo isn't missing that, and that's 5-0. And I wasn't expecting this good of a performance, not going to lie. I was expecting not this level. I was going, okay, we have the capabilities to do this, but I don't think it's happening with how the season's gone so far. Let's just go out there and be solid. Anyway, Koch, great header. Joe picks it up, the youngster, and away he goes, driving at people. The ball through was on, but unfortunately didn't find it. And it's the one thing about Joe, is he does the right thing and then just doesn't follow it up by the right decision or the right pass. You know, it's the right thing to drive, it's the right thing to play that ball, but not enough power. You know, there's always something. You know, he'll get in the right area, take a good touch, and then he just won't shoot. Unlike Sam Greenwood, who looks like someone who can play at this level, he just looks a tad too slow. We're talking about this. Rodrigo nearly made it 6-0 from a well-worked move, and I'm really happy how things are going. Have I made 3 changes out there? I don't think I have, actually. Made 2. Let's go and get... Who's struggling, really? Gabriel Mamino's struggling. I'll get Pascal in. Why not? Luke Ayling in. Why not? Just to save Gabriel. He's one of our better players. Could have got Calvin Phillips off, but we have plenty of midfielders. Anyway, time ticking here. 90 minutes played. Still 5-0 to the good, and Joe finds Morales. Good touch from him too. Rodrigo's there. The ball was better. It could have been 6, really. He's still on it, though, and you never know. Back he was in a Rafinha. His ball in Morales blocked. Yet again, well worked. And the game's still not over with a minute to go. Sporting 3-0 up against Astana, which you expect, but this puts us in the driving seat. After beating Sporting already, now 5-0 up against Berlin, we are in the driving seat to get through top of the group. You know, we beat Berlin, we're not going to get caught, and the results against Sporting, as long as we don't go get pumped by Sporting, we should be okay. Rafinha, smart foul, you know, yes, we're 5-0 up, but if you're not going to get booked, may as well stop the break and keep a clean sheet, because we haven't kept too many this season, but we've kept a few. But this really should be game over, referee. Still hasn't blown his whistle, though. There it goes. And that is a 5-0 win, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute pumping there of Berlin. It's a great win, boys. Well done. They're a team that's given me a lot of problems in the past in FM19. But, you know, this year, we're really happy. Really, 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 really happy. FM20, sorry. FM20, they gave me a lot of problems. But yeah, there we are. Morales now is an elite striker as well. He's grown. But that is it. I'm really happy with that. Leaves us with Blackpool next, then Bournemouth in the league. And if we can win that league game against Bournemouth and start moving towards the table, you know, with 14 points, but we have a game on Wolves, we can jump Wolves, and we can find ourselves, you know, back in the top 7, then our poor start to the year is kind of like, well, now we're in the conversation and we're going to get out of Europe. So then you take that every day. But from Damo, I'll see you guys in just a second for that second Berlin game where we could secure qualification already out of our Europa League group. Welcome back, YouTube. It is Damien, and it is the second game against Berlin. As you can tell, I'm a bit low in my voice. Girlfriend came over. She just left. It's now midnight. I've got a couple games done and gonna get this Berlin game done out of the way. So what I can do is, if we do win, we'll be qualified from the group. I can play a couple games in the morning before work, and then when we get back on the stream, we can bring you the next episode, which will be the Astana game and the West Ham game back to back. And why I would do that is then we would also get the group, the knockout draw as well of the Europa League group. All we need is a win here today, and we are mathematically through and probably going to top the group because Sporting need to beat us and then overturn our goal deficit as well, which is going to be quite the hard task. Now, however, we could lose here today and everything's to play for against Sporting. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to bring a YouTube video at 6 in the morning. I don't particularly want to do that. In terms of the team, I am going full strength here, trying to go and win this game right now. In saying that, I have got James Milner, who's on a free and failed to get a club here on trial. He does actually look really usable. And still, even with that 10 pace, he could do a job in many places. And just good experience. And yeah, I would love to see James Milner here as well. Where's Harry Wilson is my question. There he is. Harry Wilson's going to come in for Joe. Joe's actually started to find some form, which is really nice. And I want Joe to really push on and become quite the little player if that is possible. In terms of the team, though, it is full strength. Menino, the best right back I've used. Jerome, Koch, Messler in goals. Eliza, Tonali, Phillips, Wilson, Rafinha, Rodrigo and Morales in those two switched around roles. It is what it is. It's a very good Leeds side. And if we perform the same way, people just not agreeing with passing the space generally is the only thing that comes up here. If we can perform the best that we have been in the last few games, it would be really good. We got past Blackpool 0-0 in the Cabaret Cup. We ended up having like 12 shots 9 with the reserves. They didn't score. In the end, won the shootout easily enough. And then I think we played Bournemouth and won 5-0 and absolutely flogged them before this game in the league. And that's the thing, like, if we won our games at the start of the year, I would have been rotating a bit more now. I'm now just using the first team boys in the league when I can, and then trying to find some rotation off the bench for key players. And then here in this game here, hopefully we get a couple goals up and then we can rotate yet again and see what we can do. In terms of this, though, we're going to get into the tunnel. And, of course, Messler, I'm trying to sign a new contract for as well. We're going to go with us in the white and them in the black. Links in the description. Go like and subscribe. We have the new Denmark save starting at the end of this season as well, whenever that is. Hoping to not concede here to Raphael. In the end, Messler makes a great save. It would have been a very poor start from us here at home. We did batter Hervé Berlin, obviously, in the first game of this episode, so expecting to hopefully batter him again here at home, but that wasn't the greatest start, but our keepers bailed us out. But yeah, links down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That Razor Nation save is going to be massive. That is why Messler's on a support duty. Sometimes he frustrates me, and sometimes he goes probably a little bit too long at times, and then he has games where he just picks everyone out. In the end, that is really poor from us. And Chuck there I have used on FM last year for a little bit at Mess, and he was really good. So hopefully we can control him. In the end, this highlight still was going, and Rafinha now going on the other break. 2 minutes in, it's been a 2-minute highlight, and I tell you what, Rodrigo's going to have a chance here, and we're 1-0 up. Well, completely against the run of play of the first 2 minutes. Berlin had a chance, which is well saved. They had a corner, which was well claimed, and then won the ball back and broke again before it was defended. And then mercifully and thankfully, we go down the other end, get one little half chance. Rodrigo's played in, and it's 1-0. Take that. And yeah, it looks like that we, without speaking too early in this game, it looks like we've put a little bit of our poor run of form after the 2 games into the league kind of behind us now. Maybe the boys just needed a little bit of time just to go, okay, that's a bit of a blip. We can't afford to do this, as it's well blocked. And we kind of just gone, okay, we know we can play a lot better. Yeah, switch Rodrigo and Morales around, which, it shouldn't really help, but I was just like, okay, if Rodrigo's not really cutting it in the complete forward role, get him a bit more advanced, get him a little bit more selfish, get Morales playing that creator role, and that really worked. And then we've also got a bit more of our defensive capabilities back, as that's going to fall to Rafinha, and that's two. And that Zeke full left back, who had an absolute shock and conceded the own goal in Germany, he's had another mare there. And yeah, we're 2-0 up here inside 11 minutes. As Sporting go 1-0 up, doesn't really matter what they do. But yeah, his name is like Zeke full, whatever it is. Fulik. Yeah, he had a shocker anyway in Germany. He's had a shocker there. The poor little right back is not really too happy with that. In the end, corner comes in from Eliza. It wasn't the best, and Jerome's going to be able to recycle. And since we moved into a ball-playing defender instead of a centre defender, I wanted to try having someone that was a little bit more, not no nonsense, but a little bit more just standard, really, really, really powerful and, strong centre-back that's just there to just marshal everything. As Harry Wilson's there and he puts it wide. It didn't really work for him. On paper, it should. It didn't here. We've moved in ball playing. It's been a lot better since then. We've conceded a lot less as well. So if that's the case, then I'm happy with that. And he's not the worst on the ball, as you can see. He keeps things pretty simple, which is not bad for me. And yeah, that's a pretty poor ball from, I think that was Calvin Phillips. And that has given Herver a chance here to break, but picked off again. And it has to be said, we have... Well, look, he could score right now in this highlight, but we have absolutely dominated. That's a ball and a half from Harry Wilson. Rodrigo's in again, and he's tipped the keeper for 3-0. That is a delightful finish. It has to be said, we have absolutely kept Edouard as quiet as I've seen on Football Manager. Like, usually he's a menace, he's a tank, he's someone that, is very hard to keep quiet, usually ends up at Arsenal and at Fm20, he's ended up in bigger clubs in Fm19, he usually goes crazy, and usually most people, as we finally conceded a billion after, a game in 23 minutes, usually he goes and scores goals. Same with this guy here, Raphael last year was at AC Milan in my mess save, and he would bang in hat-tricks against me. We have kept him quite quiet, and in the end we finally concede to him, and it's a set piece. So for me, that shows that we have come a fair way from our poor run of form. Now, a goal for them right now would make things very interesting. And then I'm going to have to clench my bum here at very early hours of the morning, and I do not want to do that. Don't want to do that as well. That's a good tackle from Menino, and that finds that out. And Morales, that is interesting ball to say the least there for Morales. If they score right now, this is going to be problematic. And I'll tell you what, Messler, what a save, son. He's a great keeper. He's unbelievable. I'm going to miss him when we start our Razor Nation save. He is unbelievably good. The way he gets down and the way he puts things around the post is out of this world. And in the end, last 5 or 10 minutes as we were praising the boys, maybe they've heard me and just get a little bit complacent. But not the greatest. Need to get through this highlight. Get in the half-time at 3-1. Give them, not a rollicking, praise them, but let them know that it's not all over as they go close again. And, oh my God. Just play football for fucking 45 minutes, please. Alright, Messler claims. Just play fucking football 45 minutes. Don't let them back into this fucking game. I've just praised you. Anyway, Koch looks for Harry Wilson and finds him. Inside to Morales. And he looks for Gabriel Menino, who's going to be able to go on the overlap here. And he comes inside. A little bit lucky it falls to Harry Wilson. Finds Morales, touches, goes for goal, but straight at the keeper. And that isn't going to be the highlight either. The keeper goes long, but it should be Eliza's ball. That's just horrible from him. That is absolutely horrible. Why are you punting that? That's what we were doing before, was just punting the ball for no reason. And he is quick, Samuel. I'm pretty sure his first name's Sam. And his ball in is really good. And right, get in the dressing room. I'm freaking throwing the water bottle. Why? We're 3-0 up. I didn't need a sweat. We're 3-0 up. I did not need a sweat at all in this game. Like, seriously. What are you doing? Rodrigo doesn't look happy, but I don't really care because, I know you're on an 8, but everyone else is not performing. I literally just said that we defensively look good. We've kept them pretty quiet. They haven't done much, and literally in 5 minutes have scored 2 goals. Should have just kept my mouth shut. Should have just shut up. Here we go. It's game on now. Got to worry about it for 45 minutes. Should be Eliza's ball. Tonali, Rafinha, inside of Calvin. Come on, move that ball. Good ball to Eliza. Beat your man. Drop the shoulder. Very well done. Good tackle, falls to Rafinha. His ball, Harry Wilson, what a save. What a save by their keeper. Rodrigo's ball in, Rafinha blocked. It's not happening. This is a game I can feel could be 3-3. We can lose 4-3, and Sporting scoring goals against Astana does not help our cause. They're 6-0 up, which gives them some goal difference back, which means if we weren't to win this game, or we were to lose this game from here, and they then were to beat us tomorrow morning when I play it, then it would be all to play for top of the group. And to be honest, if Berlin were to win, it wouldn't drop the group, would not be over, as they put a ball in Raphael heads and over. It's getting a little bit scary now. I am going to make a change. Sergio Gomez is going to come in as well into that advanced playmaker role. And hopefully this is just a highlight, because we're making a highlight. Well done, Tonali. It's a smart foul. Now get off the park. You're looking a little bit legless. And there we go. 72 minutes played. A goal right now for us would be huge. If Eliza's ball in, find someone. It actually falls to Rodrigo. He chips it. Morales. Why have you... that's the one thing I don't get about him, is in the air, he always looks to head it down instead of freaking just putting... Oh, no. Right. I don't know. Just go, Harry. Find a pass. Morales wanted it. Ignored. Harry Wilson puts it wide. I don't get it with Morales. Like, I don't understand why every time the ball comes to him in the air, he decides that he wants to just freaking head it down to somebody else. Like, you're just on the top of the 6-yard box. Boom. Pop it in. Sam Greenwood has not scored a goal this year, I don't think. In he comes. Eliza now. That's a horrible ball. But Gabriel Menino fights for the shirt. That's what you want to see in these desperate times. Sam Greenwood blocked and cleared. Falls to Gomez. Greenwood hit the post and come out. And that's Sam Greenwood's season so far. Is doing what Joe did first year for us here at the club. Third choice striker, can't find the back of the net. Everything doesn't go in. It's like Bobby in real life until this morning where he mercifully scored. Just can't score. In the end, it was a great save from the keeper, has to be fair. We shouldn't even be in this position. And Edouard is onside because Eliza's kept him on here. Madonna mia. Madonna mia ear. But you've thrown a 3-0 lead away. Late. And to be fair, if there's one team that's winning it here, it is going to be Hertha Berlin. We were 3-0 up and cruising. I was praising these boys. And now here we are. Rafinha gets tackled, but he's quick enough to ride this. Come on, good ball in. Put us 4-3 up. Rodrigo doesn't get there. Oh, it's lucky. It has hit the back of Torn. I cannot pronounce that name. I'm just going to call him Torn. And it's fallen to Rodrigo, and it's his 14 for the year. Wow. It is super lucky for Leeds. It's super lucky for us. That is ridiculous. It's hit the... My God. He doesn't even know anything about him. It's just hit the back of him and gone in. Could probably shut up shop here. I'm not going to until like the 90th. Time is ticking. Now we just don't want to concede. I've made an aggressive attacking change as well, trying to see this out. Actually, Rodrigo can technically go into this role here actually as well and do that. This is just... Yeah, this was nowhere near good enough from the boys. We are very lucky. Very lucky if we get home. And to be fair, we don't deserve it. We do not deserve to get home at all. And we're not home. It's a last gasp highlight for Berlin, and they lump one in there. It's cleared away, but only as far as Mayer. I can see him scoring. Kachuna, chips it, headed away by Joe. Get on that, Sam. Greenwood, just run. Just go to corner flag. Good boy. That's what we want to see. Sam Greenwood by himself, if he scores from here. He's just put it wide. In the end, that's good from Sam. It's time wasting. It's this, it's that. It's game over. Right. That is no fun at all. We'll 3-0 up inside 20-odd minutes. Flying, pumping. Praise the boys. And as I'm praising him, concede. And they concede. And then it's 3-3. Never praise your team in a game ever again, because Football Manager can hear it and they rig shit. There you go, that's all I'm going to say. I do not need that at 12:15 in the morning before I go to bed. we're through the group. We're done. We're dusted. That's it. But far out. That is too much. There's too much stress. But yeah, that puts us qualified and pretty much top. Like, Sporting have to beat us and overturn a heap amount of goals, and we got to still play Astana. So that's done. In terms of next episode, I will probably bring you the Astana game, then the group, then the knockout round draw, and then West Ham to show you a league game as well. But yeah, in terms of all that, that's going to be the end of this episode. I know it's a bit quiet, a little bit of an interesting end to the episode. We found some form, we looked really good, but there was a game that kind of highlights what has been going wrong this season. We get in winning positions, we look good, and then we just switch off and concede 3 goals in clumps. We just concede goals in clumps. If we can eradicate that, I expect us to finish somewhere between 7th and 3rd, maybe push for Champions League, and go a bit deeper in this Europa League as well. From Dame and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.